Happy Tuesday, guys. So just going over that schedule for this week. Again, we had our Monday class yesterday at 9:30 a.m. We're doing it on the Mind Body stream. So make sure also give us some feedback on that. Let us know how you feel. Compare that to Zoom. If you find it better, easier to use, just give us some idea on how that is on the user end. But just to reiterate, tomorrow at 4:30 we have our next class, and then on Friday at 11:45 a.m. we have the third class of the week. So make sure you guys are signing up for that. Also, we have our express class again this week today at 1 p.m. So if you want to join in on that, again it's about half an hour. So make sure you go on our blog post, and we have our ID for that to be able to log into that stream. If you want to join in on that express class with Wilfred Laurier. I'm going to pass it over to Eddie for the workout of the day.
Workout today, guys. We've done this one before about 6-7 weeks ago. I'm getting excited about that because I know some of these workouts that we're now repeating. Let's see those gains that you may have had in this quarantine time. Okay? I know I'm having some myself, and that's what's got me a little excited. This workout, it was a tough one for me at that time. I remember it was more of a mental one because I went with kettlebells. So I'm going to repeat it as is, like I did the first time. So I know what I'm getting myself into. On this one, I'm going to try to knock off 3 rounds within that 5 minute, which I'm going to have to work for that to be able to complete the 3 rounds every 5 minutes. And you guys are doing 3 sets of 5 minutes. So you're going to do 5 minutes of work, rest 2 minutes, then your next round of 5 minutes of work, rest 2 minutes for a total of 3 rounds. In your work, you're doing 10 power cleans with your objects. It could be kettlebell, it could be a barbell, it could be dumbbell, whatever you have at home. Backpack, guys. If you're comparing from your previous sport, do the same thing that you did previously. From the power cleans, then you're going 10 front squats. When you're done the front squats, grab your object. If it's not a kettlebell, but if it is a kettlebell, you're going kettlebell swings. Okay. When you're done that, you're repeating again. When the 5 minutes expires, and your next round starts, you always start with the cleans. You don't start off where you left off. Okay, so you always start fresh at the cleans. Try to see where you go each 5 minute segment. Okay, have fun with that one. Again, like I said, we've done this one. Let's see how this one goes for everyone. Okay, I'm going to pass it back to Yash for the afterburner.
All right, to finish off the day, guys, I'm going to end off with some stretching and strengthening. We're going to go for 60 seconds of that lat stretch, and then following that, we're going to go for some wrist stretching and strengthening. So we're trying to make sure like your wrists are nice and strong in those front squat positions. Even if you were a little bit sore after the workout, be able to stretch a little bit and apply a little bit of active recovery so you guys are ready for the next day. We'll see you guys next for the warm-up.
Okay, let's get ready to get warmed up. Starting off with 5 minutes of work here. Just like your workout, remember it's 5 minutes of work. When you get Yash here, he's going to start off on the floor with the alternating dead bug leg lift. So it's just the legs, it's not the arms, it's just the legs. So he's going to lower one heel to the floor. When he brings it back up, he's going to use that hip flexor at the hip to raise it down. When he goes down, he's really mindful of what's going on with his back, activating, keeping his core engaged as he lowers that leg. And then when he brings his leg up again, activating his hip flexors and connect that with his core to bring those legs up. We're going to go for 10 of those. When the 10 are done, you're going to drop your heels to the floor, about hip width to shoulder width apart. Bring them in as close as you can, so that way you get real good activation on your glutes. From there, your hips are going to go up. As you raise your hips, keep your core tight, guys. At the top, hold it for a second or two, then come back down. You're going for 10 glute bridges. Again, trying to activate those glutes now. Now, mention, keep the core tight so you can connect the glutes to the core, get everything primed up, ready for that workout. When you're done the 10 glute bridges, you're going up on your feet for your air squats. In the air squats, go for that movement, think about that position. So the joints, hips going back, knees are flexing, weight is not shifting too much in your shoes, whether it's the inside or the outside. Think about, all those key points, again, preparing for your workout. You're gonna do this for 5 minutes. When you're done the squats, you repeat again, guys, going back to the dead bug with the leg lifts until the 5 minutes have expired. When you're done the 5 minutes, now we're introducing that kettlebell or a object to warm up with, thinking about the kettlebell swings, thinking about the kettlebell, maybe kettlebell or object squats that you have in the workout. For 3 rounds, you're gonna go 5 kettlebell swings. We're gonna go through all your points. Are your hips going back? Keep your core tight. If your core is tight, you're not flexing at the top. Arms overhead, really retracting and depressing your shoulder blades when you're in that overhead position. Thinking about speed in those hips. When you've done the 5, then you're gonna hold that kettlebell or object, and you're gonna go for 3 kettlebell squats. We're gonna pause down there. So at the bottom of your squat, hang out, core is tight, hips push them back, keep your heels connected to the floor. Then you're gonna repeat that again. Double check where your knee position is, how active your core is. Drive through your heels coming back up. You can do that one more time for the 3 repetitions. Again, just go through your checklist. Are you pushing the floor mats away, guys, to activate your groin, looking straight, all that good stuff, okay? When you're done that, we're gonna go on to the next round for a total of 3 rounds. 5-minute AMRAP, and then 3 rounds of those 2 movements with a 3-second pause in that squat, guys. Fun with the warm, that should get you warmed up today. We'll see you next for the workout segment. You get ready for this workout. Remember, this is one we've done before. You guys are doing 5 minutes of work of 10 cleans, 10 front squats, 10 swings, okay? Got a barbell here for Yash. We're going to show the cleans with the barbell. Remember, it can be done with any object, dumbbell, kettlebell, whatever you have at home, okay? Showing demonstration of the barbell just because the last time we did this video, we didn't use a barbell. With the barbell, make sure you have a tight grip, so the knuckles are in line to the barbell, so squeezing with that pinky, trying to bend that bar. From there, guys, for the cleans, you're going to dip down. Notice that bar path as he was dipping down. He kept that bar close to his body. From there, he's going to slowly go to that first pull where his knees go back, bars up in line to his thighs now. He's going to shift his weight slightly forward. From there, he's going to drive his hips. He's going to pull that bar, so high elbows, fast turnaround of the elbows. When he catches it, make sure that your lats are engaged to not let your elbows drop down. From there, he's going to reverse the movements. He's going to drop the bar back down. He's going to re-grip it if he needs to, so you can re-grip at the hip or at the floor position. Okay. From there, again, tight grip. He's going to sweep his knees back without bringing his chest up too quick. He's going to pop those hips, tight bar path, fast elbows, active lats on the cleans with the barbell. Okay. For those that are using the barbell, once you've done the 10, you're going to keep it in that position because you're going to follow through with your squat. So you're going to go down into your squat, keep those elbows nice and high. As you go up, drive those elbows as much as you're driving your chest and upwards and driving those heels in the floor. Okay, yes, to do that again, guys, notice his torso, trunk position, and elbow position on his front squat. We're not dipping down at any point. Once you've done the 10 squats, then you're going to go into your swing. So grab your object, whatever that may be, whether it be a backpack, paint can, water jug, kettlebell, dumbbell, whatever it is, guys, and just like in our warm up, you're going for 10 kettlebell swings, okay? And going for 5 rounds, then a 2-minute rest before you repeat everything again for 3 rounds total. Try to beat your score from previous work that you guys did about 6-7 weeks ago, and have fun with this one.
Hey guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the workout and you crushed it. We're going to end off today's workout with a cool down with the afterburner. We're going to do some mobility here for the lats and then for our wrists. So we're going to start off with a 60-second lat stretch per side. I'd recommend using a post or a door things you guys can hold on to. You're going to grab that post at about shoulder height, thumb facing down here. You're going to sit in that squat and then twist towards the direction you're trying to stretch. You're trying to get as much length between that shoulder, that lat area, all the way down to your hip. So if you kind of lean into it, you'll feel a little bit more of a stretch in that lat. So 60 seconds per side here on both sides. Once you're done, we're going to go into some wrist mobility from here. So just stretching out those wrists with the overhead squats and the front squats we did. So that first stretch, guys, the 60-second wrist stretch, we're gonna think about keeping our fingers pointed in towards us, and we're gonna be in a kneeling position. So fingers pointed in towards us, both elbow pits facing out. We're gonna sit back and try to peel those forearms out, stretch those wrists out as much as we can here. Don't go too far, make sure it's not painful. You're in that stretch zone where it's a little bit of a stretch and it's not too painful. After you finish 60 seconds in this position, guys, we're gonna turn our hands over and we're gonna strengthen those wrists a little bit in the stretch position. So hands again on the floor, this time fingers facing forward. You guys are gonna lean into it. As you're feeling that stretch, when you're in that stretch position, we're gonna go for those isometric strengthening exercises, kind of like we did on the Monday there, where we're gonna think about 5 seconds of pushing our fingers down into the floor, and then 5 seconds of trying to lift our fingers off the ground. So when you're in that stretch position, you won't really be able to actually lift those fingers off the ground. So just think about trying to, as you're there in that stretch position, we're trying to strengthen those end ranges of motion for those overhead squats and handstands as it comes throughout the week. Hope the workout was great, guys. See you guys tomorrow.